Good evening. Thanks for joining us on this KIDQ Newsbreak at 8. Good evening. Thanks for joining us on this KIDQ Newsbreak at 8. I'm Greg Kraber. The president of Washington State University made an appearance in Clarkston today. He spoke to Clarkston Rotary members about where WSU is going. Says he feels it's important to focus on what makes the school really good. Things like the new Global Animal Health Program that will be a joint effort with the University of Washington. There's been a lot of talk about losing the forestry program, and that might also be a better problem for UW to solve.
I understand all of those arguments. But it might be that the University of Washington should be engaged in this, and we shouldn't be engaged in the program designed the way that it is at WSU. We haven't made that decision, but we're studying it.
Floyd said regardless of how the two schools work together to make their programs stronger, when it comes to athletics, there will be no partnership. Now Sarah Reeves joins us now with the first look at the weather forecast. Sarah?
Thank you, Greg. First, we'll take a look at tomorrow's forecast. Over in the east, things will be clearing up. The rains will be pushing out over into the Atlantic, giving them some clear skies. Over in the Pacific Northwest, it's another story. We have rains moving in as well as snow in some areas. Now, today in Lewiston and across the Palouse, we had heavy rains. They will be disappearing tomorrow, but I'll go into that more later with a look at the extended weather forecast.
All right, thanks, Sarah. Consumer confidence is the lowest it's been in a decade, but it didn't show much on Wall Street today. The Dow fell about 1/3%, while the NASDAQ was slightly above stagnant. The price of oil fell more than $3 today. All the major metals fell as well. Gold's down almost $19. Silver lost about $0.50, and copper lost another 5 cents today. Well, Uncle Sam wants you to buy your food locally. Secretary of State Condoleezza Rice is getting behind the effort to buy from our own growers. She says it will help drive down transportation costs and therein the cost of food itself.
Considerably drive down our transportation costs. It would considerably help markets in the market for local goods. Right now, we have to buy so much American and transport it that it really does eat away at our food aid dollars.
Rice says Congress is reviewing a bill that will ensure the government purchase of foods produced within our own borders. Now it's time now to check in again with Sarah Reeves, who has our full forecast. Sarah?
All right, thank you, Greg. Starting with the almanac, today we had a high of 57 and a low of 37. The record high of 93 set back in 1926 with the record low of 29 set back in 1950. Tomorrow the sun will be rising at 5:35 and setting at 7:57. Across the nation today, the East Coast had quite a bit of rain, especially in the northern part up here in Maine. As we saw earlier, that will be clearing up for them. In the Pacific Northwest, it was wet for the most part throughout the day and just about any part you went to, especially here in the valley. We had heavy rains in Lewiston here today. It cleared up a little bit in the afternoon. Now in Orofino tonight, we have a low of 36 with a high of 53 tomorrow. Up in Pullman, 32 tonight with a high of 48 tomorrow. There's a slight chance of snow for that area. And in Grangeville, 31 tonight with a high of 46 tomorrow. Now we have a 40% chance of rain here in Lewiston and Clarkston with a high of 53 tomorrow. Throughout the week, it will be partly cloudy this weekend. Slight chance of rain with a high of 62 projected for Saturday and Sunday. And that's been a look at your weather this news break. Greg?
All right, thanks, Sarah. Lewiston City Council is continuing their evaluation of the emergency medical service. At last night's meeting, they brought the issue back to the table and decided to take a closer look at the numbers. At least one council member believes it might be worth rehashing the figures to see if the outlying communities are paying their fair share. Right now, Lewiston emergency medical responders go all over the valley and even further east. That's it for now. We'll be back in an hour with more news, sports, and weather.